just back in camp, ready to roll. How are things feeling?
Things are feeling great, man. It's exciting to be back, especially with the year that we had last year and somehow upgrading our roster, adding some big dudes, and it's going to be exciting, man. I'm pumped to see the guys in here.
For you personally, just what's this spring like, knowing you're going for that starting role? How are you approaching this?
Not much different than years past, to be honest. I've come in, most of my career I've been a starter. Every team that I've been a part of, I've come in as a starter, and things have changed along the way. My preparation in the offseason has always been as a starter. So from that standpoint, nothing's changed. From a mentality standpoint, it's let's rock and roll, right? Because obviously the team knows what I can do, and I know what I can do, and I feel like I can help as a starter. And so, going into this year with these expectations should be a lot of fun.
How much pride do you take in the fact, you gambled on yourself, right? You went overseas, played, you got back, you finally got the big contract. Just how much does that mean to you to be rewarded for the work you put in?
It means a lot. I think as athletes, we're always gonna bet on ourselves, and so I've put in the work, and I've surrounded myself with a lot of good people that have helped me, and so it's not really a one-man show that's gotten me here. It's been a lot of working pieces, a lot of communication with guys, that are on my team, people that are away from me that have helped me, training me in the off season, both in the weight room, pitching, with my mechanics, and so, just reigniting that curiosity has helped me, get to this point.
From the outside, maybe the one knock people are saying is, well, we're not so sure about the rotation, right? They got maybe 3 guys in there, 4 guys. Does that put a chip on your guys' shoulder?
I don't really pay attention to that stuff. I know my capabilities. I know the work that I put in. I know the work that these guys put in also that are in this rotation. And so we try to just block out that noise and focus on what we can do. I think this team, what's really special about these group of guys is that we focus on what we can do, and we're pulling for each other. Everyone in this clubhouse, whether they're fighting for a spot or not, want to win a World Series, and so we want to do that together.
You're playing in the World Baseball Classic. I guess, how does that help you going into the season? What do you think about it?
Well, I think it was last report they had me as a reliever, and so I'm on some sort of reserve list in case a spot opens up as a starter. So as of right now, we're just waiting to see if a spot as a starter opens up. Just as a reliever, it may not work out with the preparation of spring training and then starting the season, right? So I have a spot in the rotation. So if I go to the Classic as a reliever, it just may not work out with that preparation. So I'm on some sort of reserve list that they have, and if a spot opens up as a starter, then and I take that, then representing my country is one of the greatest honors that I can do. So it'd be very exciting.
And how much are you hoping that it does open up, just to be able to?
It's fun, man. Playing in the Olympics back in 21. Really special for me, right? One of those things I felt so lucky to be a part of. I've mentioned before, when you get drafted and getting to the big leagues is the ultimate dream, but you always feel like if you work hard enough, you'll get that opportunity, that chance, and so a lot of that relies on you. To represent your country, it goes way deeper than that, and you have to play well. Then a lot of things come off, like character, and if you're going to be a good fit for the team. And so I felt incredibly lucky to be chosen for the Olympics. And so if that opportunity arises again, then again, it'll be an amazing honor for me.
Nick, do you prefer? Go ahead, Darnay.
There was a report that you guys are adding Michael Wacha, to the rotation mix.
Yeah, that's great, man. A guy with great experience like that, should bolster our team and further our chances. Again, we had a great team last year, and somehow we're upgrading it, and so it should be very exciting. If I haven't seen him here yet, obviously, so when he comes, it'll be very exciting.
You mentioned the preparation doesn't necessarily change as a starter, but was there anything in particular you worked on this offseason that you kind of wanted to hone in on after last year?
Yeah, obviously with these new rule changes, there's some things that we should work on as pitchers. You got the game clock. Should pick up that tempo a little bit. I work kind of fast already, so I think that would be more for an advantage for me. But I think the pickoffs, only being able to pick off twice or step off twice, is something that we're going to have to work on. And so implementing a slide step to kind of combat that will help balance that off, so that the runner does not just kind of taking off and timing you with the pitch clock and your cadences. So establishing a solid slide step should help with that.
Do you expect that to be a focus for the team as a whole, because that was a bit of a struggle for you guys again as a whole, just kind of?
Yeah, I think it's just years the way that this game's evolved. Controlling the running game hasn't been a huge priority. Executing that pitch and has been more important. and so getting the guy out at home has always been maybe more of a focus. But now with with guys potentially kind of stealing and take advantage, and having someone potentially always in scoring position, if you're not controlling the running game, could add more stress and lead to more mistakes. So guys working on slide steps now should definitely be a focus.
And your numbers were a little bit better once you went into that reliever role last year. Did you make anything of that? Was it,
No, I think as a starter, really any pitcher, your most important pitches are when guys are in base, right? Because our objective is to stop people from scoring. So there's been some pretty amazing ball players in this game, and no one's ever had a 0 ERA. So it's more about stopping the other team from scoring. And so your best pitches come when guys are in scoring position. And so coming out of the bullpen, naturally you're gonna be a tight game. You're gonna have guys in scoring position, and so I feel like that brings out the best in us. And so going back in the rotation, kind of bring that mindset with you. Obviously a little bit different, starting the game, but there's going to be points where you have that reliever mentality, and so I hope to carry that with me.